Okay, I'd like to give you a quick little review, or at least a bit of instruction on how to do this task. We're going to do this one at a time, and if you're doing this from home, you're going to need to open up your Google Classroom and go into the class materials for today. The first thing you need is a coin, and you can write in the XX for mom. Those are her sex chromosomes. Mom is a female, and females only have XXs. And dad is a male, and so he has XYs. So those are the 23rd pair for biological female and biological male. So flip a coin. You don't have to flip a coin for mom. You just circle one of those X's. But here you're going to flip a coin and see, do you have XX, or excuse me, are you going to use the X or the Y? And that would determine if your child, or the kid that you're making with all these flips, is going to be male or female. So mom will provide an X, and dad will either provide an X and make a daughter, or provide a Y and make a son. Then you're going to start going to flip. You're going to start with the face shape. First, mom has both alleles, so you're going to flip your coin. Heads are dominant and tails are recessive. So I flipped, and the first one that I got was a heads, so that was dominant, and then I flipped for dad, and I got a dominant for that one too. So that means the child's genotype is big A, big A. And I'm going to look on my paperwork that's posted in Google Classroom and find out that that means that this child's face shape is very round, and I even drew it. Then you're going to do the same thing for the next and the next. You'll notice for me, chin size had a capital B was the one that I circled for mom, and little b is the one that I circled from dad. That was just based on my flip. And so I'm going to write in here a big B, little b. Always write the capital letter first, followed by the lowercase letter. Using your key, you'll find out that means a very prominent chin. So I'm going to draw a very prominent chin. Next, I did chin shape. So I ended up with little c, big C. Again, you don't want to put the little c first. You always want to put the capital first. So big C, little c. And then you're going to look up on your sheet, and that was a very round shaped chin. So I'm going to make certain that it's nice and round. And then the last one for face information was cleft chin. That's when you have a little dip in the middle of your forehead, excuse me, in a little bit in the middle of your chin. I flipped here for a big D, flipped here for a big D, so that means both letters are the same. They are homozygous dominant, which means both of the letters are the same, and they are both dominant. And so you look at your paperwork, and that means that the person's got a cleft chin, or this baby child's got a cleft chin, which is just a little bit of a dip in between each side. You're going to do that for each. However, I do want to show you this next one. This next one has 3 different letters, E's, F's, and G's from mom, and E's, F's, and G's from dad. Simply put, that means that this is not a monogenic trait. This is a polygenic trait. That means it comes from 3 different spots on the human genome. So you're going to flip once for the E's, another time for the F's, and once for the G's. And then over here on dad's side, you're going to flip your coin once for the E's, once for the F's, and once for the G's. And when you're all done, you're going to put them together for your child. So mom offered a big E and dad offered a little e. So we're going to write big, little. Mom offered a big F, dad offered a little f, big, little. And then mom offered a little g, and dad offered a big G. So big, little. So all of the child's genotypes for skin color are heterozygous. That means big and little, big and little, big and little. So to determine what the child's phenotype is, which is what it looks like, you simply count up the dominant alleles. There's 1 dominant E, 1 dominant F, and 1 dominant gene. That's 3 alleles. And if you look in your paperwork, it'll say that the skin color with 3 dominant alleles is less melanin, or less brown. So it's a very light brown color. Keep going. Same thing will happen here with hair color. You'll have to flip for all 4 of those traits from mom and all 4 of those traits from dad. And then you put them together as carefully as you can for the child, making certain that you've captured all those alleles. When you're done with all of this flipping, you will have the genotypes for the kids' genes, and then you'll have a description, which is the phenotype for the trait. And then for these, you'll have some images from your paperwork. And your final step is to draw a baby. Thank you.